जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन काले बाजारों में धन के चोर नहीं होंगे,
धन के चोर नहीं होंगे, धन के चोर नहीं होंगे।
मदिरा के सौदाई जिस दिन चारों ओर नहीं होंगे,
चारों ओर नहीं होंगे, चारों ओर नहीं होंगे।
अंडे मांस के खाने वाले रिश्वत खोर नहीं होंगे, जिस दिन सच कहने वालों के दिल कमजोर नहीं होंगे। भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, ओ भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन वीर शहीदों की कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी,
कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी।
देश के हित में सब कुछ देने वालों की पूजा होगी,
की पूजा होगी, की पूजा होगी।
उधम भगत सुभाष की जब कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, वीर शिरोमणि लक्ष्मीबाई रानी की पूजा होगी। जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
This morning, we are joining to participate in our very special monthly Gayatree Yajna. And in so doing, I'd like to welcome each and every one of our friends and members who are present at Mandir this morning, and also to our friends and members who are viewing us and live streaming via Facebook and YouTube. Once again, a very special welcome to each and every one of you. And I do hope that today's yajna will bring some sort of peace and comfort and happiness as we go forward in our daily lives. I would now like to take the opportunity to ask our Pandit for this morning, Pandit Deepak ji, to lead us in Sandhya. Pandit ji.
Thank you, Bhai Sohan Ji, our Secretary of the Arya Spiritual Center. Friends, once again, it's our great pleasure to welcome you to our Gayatree Sunday morning satsang. Indeed, we are all grateful and happy that we have the opportunity to sit for worship and prayer, upasana, prarthana, once again. So wherever you are, if you can join us, if you can sit and participate in a dedicated way, that's fine. If you can just participate wherever you are in whatever form, it will bring great benefit to you. So let us all sit comfortably. Let us generate in our minds a very pleasant feeling that we are happy and well. And we are so grateful for life itself, for the health we have, for family, and for every blessing that we can count in our lives. Let us say, thank you, Lord, as we begin this morning. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times, followed by the Gayatree mantra, and then we begin with the Sandhya. Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Ath Sandhyopasana Vidhi Om Amrito Pastaranamase Swaha Om Amrita Pidhanamase Swaha Om Satyam Yasha Shriramai Shri Hashrayatam Swaha. Continue to sip water 3 times after this mantra. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shreyorabhisravantu Na Devi Swarupa Ishwar Puran Abhishek Kije यह नीर हो सुधा में कल्याण दान दीजे। नेता रिद्धि सिद्धि बरसे हित हो सदा हमारा। रहती रहे हृदय में संदर्भ प्रेम धारा। संदर्भ प्रेम धारा। अथांग स्पर्श मंत्र। ओम वाक् वाक्, ओम प्राणः प्राणः, ओम चक्षुश्चक्षुः, ओम श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रम्, ओम नाभिः, ओम हृदयम्, ओम कण्ठः, ओम शिरः, ओम बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम्, ओम करतल करपृष्ठे। अथ मार्जन मंत्र। ओम भूः पुनातु शिरसि, ओम भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयोः, ओम स्वः पुनातु कंठे, ओम महः पुनातु हृदये, ओम जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम्, ओम तपः पुनातु पादयोः, ओम सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि, ओम खं ब्रह्म पुनातु सर्वत्र। अथ प्राणायाम मंत्र। ओम भूः, ओम भुवः, ओम स्वः, ओम महः, ओम जनः, ओम तपः, ओम सत्यम्। ओम भूः, ओम भुवः, ओम स्वः, ओम महः, ओम जनः, ओम तपः, ओम सत्यम्। ओम भूः, ओम भुवः, ओम स्वः, ओम महः, ओम जनः, ओम तपः, ओम सत्यम्। अथ अघमर्षण मंत्र। ओम ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिधातपसोऽध्यजायत, ततो रात्रयजायत, ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः। ओम समुद्रादर्णवादधि संवत्सरो अजायत, अहोरात्राणि विदधत् विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी। ओम सूर्याचन्द्रमसौधाता यथा पूर्वम् अकल्पयत्, दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमथो स्वः। ओम शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय, आपो भवन्तु पीतये, शयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः। अथ मनसा परिक्रमा मंत्र। ओम प्राची दिगग्निरधिपतिरसितो रक्षितादित्या ईशवः, तेभ्यो नमो अधिपतिभ्यो नमो, रक्षितृभ्यो नमः, ईशुभ्यो नमः, एभ्यो अस्तु। योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं
द्विष्मस्तं वोचं भेदद्मः ॐ दक्षिणादिग् इन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरस्थिराजि दक्षिता पितर इषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः इषुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोचं भेदद्मः ॐ प्रतीचिदिग्वरुणो दीपतिस्थितिपिडाकुरक्षितानमिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः इषुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोचं भेदद्मः ॐ उदीचिदित् सोमो विपतिस्वजो रक्षिता शनऋषवः तेभ्यो नमो विपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः इषुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोचं भेदद्मः ॐ ध्रुवादिग्विष्णुरधिपति कल्माशग्रीवो रक्षिता विरुद्धैषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः इषुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोचं भेदद्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिक् बृहस्पति रधिपते स्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिषवः तेभ्यो नमो धिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः इषुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोचं भेदद्मः
अथ उपस्थानमन्त्र
ॐ उदुत्यं तमसस्परिस्वः पश्यन्त उत्तरं देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उदुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानां मुरगाननीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्य आग्ने आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्य आत्मा जगतस्तुष्टश्च स्वाहा तक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदः शतं जीवेम शरदः शतं श्रीयाम शरदः तं स्वभवाम शरदः शतम् अदीनाः स्याम शरदः शतम् भूयश्च शरदः शतम् ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टया आपो भवन्तु पीतये शयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः
अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री Guru Mantra. My dear friends and devotees, let us join in chanting the Gayatree Mantra, the Maha Mantra, this powerful mantra that brings so much blessing into our lives. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. O soul of life, the holy King of kings, O God of all the regions high and low,
O Lord of glory,
O Lord of joy, whose glory nature sings,
who shapes the earth and lets the mortals grow.
we seek thy blessed feet to meditate
Upon thy glorious form of holy light,
which drives away the gloom of sins we hate, and makes the souls of righteous people bright. My heart, O Father, meekly prays to thee, to win thy grace, to make me good and wise, and bless my mind with knowledge full and free, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Atha samarpanavakyam Ishvara dayanidhe
Bhavat kripayanena
Japopasanadi
Japopasanadi karmana Dharmartha kama mokshanam Sadyah siddhir bhavenaha.
Tata Ishvaram Namaskuryat. As we come to the final mantra of Sandhya, our hearts are happy. We feel a pleasantness spreading through our bodies. And we are so happy that we've been able to connect with our Lord. And we bow in gratitude. We bow in happiness. Om Namah
Shambhavaya cha Mayobhavaya cha Namah Shankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Namah Shivacharaya
cha Shivataraya cha
Jai Mangalesha Shankar Mangal karo hamara Pavan prakash paaye Paramartha punya dwara Parijana pe pilado Avadar gadh dani तेरी शरण में आया, हे भक्त यह भवानी, हे भक्त यह भवानी, हे भक्त यह भवानी. And now I bow to thee, O God of calm, O God of peace and Lord of bliss divine. Thy grace supplies to burning hearts a balm. Thy blessings in my right desires shine.
Om Shanti 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 Om. Iti Sandhyopasana Vidhi Samapta. We've just completed this beautiful Sandhya worship. Now, Bhai Sohan Ji will lead us in the bhajan. Aaj mil sab geet gaavo. Our hearts, O Lord, are grateful and thankful this morning for all the blessings you have showered on us.
आज मिल सब गीत गावो, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद.
Everybody join, please.
आज मिल सब गीत गावो, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद. जिसका यश नित गाते हैं गंधर्व गुणीजन, धन्यवाद. आज मिल सब गीत गावो, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद. मंदिरों में कंदरों में पर्वतों के शिखर पर, मंदिरों में कंदरों में पर्वतों के शिखर पर देते हैं लगातार सौ सौ पर मुनिवर, धन्यवाद. आज मिल सब गीत गावो, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद. करते हैं जन गल में मंगल, पक्षी गण हर शाख पर. करते हैं जन गल में मंगल, पक्षी गण हर शाख पर. आते हैं आनंद मिल गाते हैं स्वर भर, धन्यवाद. आज मिल सब गीत गावो, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद. शादियों में जलसयों में यज्ञ और सौख्या. शादियों में जलसयों में यज्ञ और सौख्या. मीठे स्वर से चाहिए करे नारी नर सब, धन्यवाद. आज मिल सब गीत गावो, उस प्रभु के धन्यवाद. जिसका यश
first segment of Gayatree. Please come up. Those who would like to join in the first segment of the Gayatree chanting, please come up. Karunamay Varunanidhe Karunamay Varunanidhe Asharana Sharanama Jyoti Punde Sukha Sindhu hai Jyoti Punde Sukha Sindhu hai Dira Bandhu Bhagavan Karunamay Varunanidhe Karunamay Varunanidhe Asharana Sharanama Asharana Sharanama Asharana Sharanama. We now begin with the Havan with Achman Mantra. Om Amrito Vasaranamase Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamase Swaha. O Lord, you are the indestructible one and the protector of all. Save us from pains and sorrows, just like a sheet protects us from below, and save us from pains and sorrows, just like a sheet protects us from above. Om Satyam Yasha Shri Ramai Shri Hashrayatam Swaha. O Lord, protector of all, be gracious unto us, so that our lives may be filled with truth, fame, fortune, and prosperity. Atha Angasparsha Mantra. We touch the various organs and limbs of our body. We say, thank you, O body, for serving us so well. Thank you, O Lord, for bestowing upon us such a wonderful body like ours. Om Mamas Yesu, Om Nasur Me Pranostu, Om Akshinor Me Chakshurastu, Om Karnayor Me Shrotramastu, Om Bahur Me Balamastu,
Om Urma Ojostu, Om Arshani Vingani Tanu Sanva Me Sahasantu.
Atheshwar Stuti Prajnopasana Mantra. Ishwar Stuti. Ishwar Stuti is a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of praising Paramatma and having the wonderful feeling of gratitude for all the blessings we have in our lives. Let us all join. It's on page 47 of your Atma Geet. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar
Duritani Paraswa Yad Bhadram Tanaswa. Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre भूतस्य जातः पतिरेकयासि सदाधार पृथिवीं यामुते माम् कस्मै देवाय विशा विधेम ॐ य आत्मदा बलदायस्य विश्व उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवा यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्यो कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महेश्वैक इन्द्राजा जगतो बभूव यैषे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पद कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम
ॐ येन द्यौरुग्रा पृथिवी च दृढा येन स्वस्तभितं येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ प्रजापतेन त्वरेतान्यो विश्वाजातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जोमस्तन्नोऽस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयेन ॐ सनो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता धामानि वेदभुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास् तृतीये धामन्नगययन्त ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् योयोजस्मज्जोरानमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधेम इति ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थनोपासना मंत्र अथ अग्ने प्रदीपम. May we all stand for the kindling of the sacrificial fire. Om Bhurbhuvah Svah. Om Bhurbhuvah Svardhyariva Bhumna Prithvi Vavarimna तस्यास्ते पृथ्वी देवयजनी पृष्ठेऽग्निमन्नादमन्ना ध्यायादधे. We now fan this fire, Pavanadan. As we welcome this light into the Havan Kund, we welcome the light of Paramatma in our lives. We nurture it, we cultivate it, and so we nurture this physical light. Om Udbuddhya Swagne Pratijagrihe Tvamishta Purte Samsrijethamayam Cha Asmin Sadhastre Adhyuttarasmin Vishwe Deva Yajamanas Siddhata. Taking our seats again. Atha Samhita Dhana Mantra. Offering 3 pieces of Samhita in the fire. ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्व वर्धस्व चेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे
नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा
इदमग्नै जातवेदसे इदन्नमम ॐ समिधाग्निं दुवस्य तघृतैर्बोधयतातिथिम् अस्मिन् हव्याजोतना सुसमिधाय शोषिषे घृतं तीव्रं जोतना अग्नये जातवेदसे स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमम ॐ तन्त्वा समिद्भिरङ्गिरो घृतेन वर्धयामसे बृहच्छोचाय विष्टय स्वाहा इदमग्नये अङ्गिरसे इदन्नमम अथ पञ्चघृत आहुतिमन्त्र ॐ अयन्त इद्मयात्मा
जातवेदस्तेने यस्वावधस्व चेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे इदन्नमम ॐ अयन्त इद्मयात्मा जातवेदस्तेने ह्यस्वावधस्व चेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे इदन्नमम ॐ अयन्त इद्मयात्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्वावधस्व चेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे इदन्नमम ॐ अयन्त इद्मयात्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्वावधस्व चेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया
पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे
नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे इदन्नमम
Fifth and final.
ॐ अयन्त इद्मयात्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्वावधस्व चेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे इदन्नमम
अथ जल सिंचन mantra, sprinkling the water into four cardinal points as we surround ourselves also with the peace, love and joy of Paramatma. Om Aditenu manyasva. Om Anumatenu manyasva. Om Saraswatyanu manyasva. Om Deva Savitah Prasuvayajyam Prasuvayajyapatim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharvah Ketapuh Ketannah Punato Vachasvatir Vachannah Swadatu. And now, my dear friends, devotees, children of God, fellow travelers on this journey of life, we begin chanting of the Gayatree mantra in 3 segments of 36 to complete the cycle of 108. Most of you here have been in the Gayatree session for many, many times before. And you know, we have always said, Gayatree is powerful mantra. Gayatree is called Guru Mantra because it awakens the teaching inside of you. It awakens the light inside of you. Gayatree is called a Savitri Mantra because it endows with creative energy to negotiate life's challenges. Gayatree is called the Brahma Mantra because it expands our consciousness. And Gayatree is called the Maha Mantra because it creates in us a vast vision of life, and it creates in us an expansive consciousness. Om. So my dear friends, your voice in chanting is what brings the vibrations and the blessings. So please join wherever you are. Those of us in Mandir, those of us in our homes, those of us in our cars or outdoors. If you can, please join in the chanting of Gayatree Mantra. Om. Om. Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha.
Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो दया स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा.
We have come to the last three chantings of the Gayatree mantra in this segment. And friends, we want to focus for this last three on creativity, having the energy, the vitality, and the vigor to accomplish our mission in this lifetime. So, when we chant the Gayatree mantra, the word Savita means the creative energy of the universe, the creative energy of Paramatma. And in chanting Gayatree, we pray, O Lord, give us a small drop of your creative energy. You have created this wonderful world with its various beautiful and unique creations. Give us a little drop so we too can create something very unique and leave a legacy of something great in this world. Let us pray as we chant the last three and focus on having the energy, the vitality, the vigor, and the creativity to accomplish something really wonderful in our lives. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat
Swaha.
Om Bhurvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat
Swaha.
Om Bhurvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat
Swaha.
Friends, as we continue chanting this Gayatree mantra, let us have a second group now. By Paras and his family will come in this last segment because he's celebrating his special occasion today, which we'll reveal a little later on. So as we continue this beautiful Gayatree mantra chanting this morning, keep your minds focused. Keep your minds meditating on the most beautiful things that you desire so that Paramatma will bless you with that. Keep your minds focused on creativity, generosity, and purity. These are the main themes of the Gayatree. And finally, keep your minds focused on creating such a thought process, creating such a mindset that would lead you to achieve your goals in this life. We are ready to begin, Bhai Neeraj. This segment will be led by Neeraj. And as we begin, we come back to focus again, keeping our minds steady on the Gayatree.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा.
Dear devotees, we've come to the last three of the second segment of the chanting of Gayatree mantra. And let us focus on the idea, the ideal of purity, bharga. Dear friends, when we have purity in our lives, we have clarity. Purity and clarity go together. Purity of body, purity of mind, purity of thoughts, purity of words, and purity as an ideal in life. Let us focus on the idea of purity and clarity, and in chanting the last three, we pray Paramatma, O Gayatree Ma, O Gayatree Ma, O Parampita Bhagavan, bless us with purity in our lives.
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा.
Friends, we have completed the second segment, and now we go into the last segment. We'll ask Bhai Paras, his family, and whichever relatives he would like to have sit with him. It is our pleasure to have Bhai Paras with us. Today, Bhai Paras is celebrating a very special occasion. Bhai Paras is celebrating his birthday today. His birthday was on the 3rd. I wouldn't tell you the number yet. I'll disclose that a little later. But Bhai Paras is marking his birthday today, which actually happened on the 3rd of March, a few days ago. Here, Bhai Paras is sitting with his Dharmpatni, Ben Norita, and his daughters, Karuna, the smaller one, the younger one, I should say, and Maya. Friends, as we go into the chanting of the last segment of Gayatree, let us keep our focus. The chanting of Gayatree for 108 times is considered to be a very powerful practice. And so, as we enter the last segment of this Gayatree chanting, our focus is on the idea of generosity. Devaha. We're saying in chanting Gayatree, and through this idea and this word and this concept of Devaha, O Lord, bless me so that I will become a Devaha. You are Mahadeva. May I be a Deva. a one who loves to give and to share and to shine, one who shines, one who gives, loves to give but does not love so much to receive, one who does not make many demands but who fulfill the wishes of other people. Friends, let us think about this idea of generosity, deva, shining and giving unconditionally as we enter the last segment. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam
भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा.
Friends, devotees, children of God, we have come to the last three of the 108 chantings of Gayatree. And as we enter this last three, let us keep our focus on, O Lord, Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat, Bhagavan, Parampita Bhagavan, Gayatree Ma. From today, may there be a shift in our thinking. From today, may we see things a little differently. May we see things in life in such a way that we demonstrate more creativity, more energy, more vitality, more vigor in our lives. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat, O Lord. Let our minds take a new turn from today, that we will demonstrate, inculcate, and dedicate our lives to more purity. And, O Lord, Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat, Gayatree Ma, lead me towards more generosity, lead me towards being an exemplar, a shining one, so that I will become this light that the world so desperately needs now. As we go into this last three, think about that shift. Think about that change, that resolution that you would like to have, so that your life will be filled with more energy, vigor, vitality, and creativity, more generosity, and more purity. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Oh,
स्वाहा
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat.
स्वाहा
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat.
स्वाहा.
We have now, friends, completed day 108, and now we will have our special mantra segment. And today, as we begin our special mantra segment, let us spare thought for all those who are experiencing difficult circumstances in their life, those who are distressed by either natural calamities, flood, drought, eruptions, volcanic eruptions, or any other kind of natural disaster. And let us spare thought for those who are affected by man-made disasters like violence, war, criminal activity, especially now we think about the people of Ukraine who are experiencing the most devastating kind of trauma and violence and distress. And for all our loved ones who are not so well, who may be recovering, for all those who have lost loved ones recently and are recovering from that loss, we reach out in our prayer and we say, Lord, extend your healing hand to all of these situations, and may peace and calm and health and recovery and release and relief come to all of these who we remember now. We do Mahamrityunjaya mantra, Trayambakam. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Everybody. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam. Urvarukamiva bandhanat. Mrityurmukshiyamamrita. Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam. Urvarukamiva bandhanat. Mrityurmukshiyamamrita. Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam. Urvarukamiva bandhanat. Mrityurmukshiyamamrita. Swaha. And now we come to the special mantra, the special segment of the special mantra. Could you all stand? Friends, today Bhai Parasji is marking his birthday, which took place, the actual day was the 3rd of March. Parasji is now 25, is it? 20, help me the number there, Parasji. He said 25. 25 times 2. Parasji is marking a very special milestone in his life. 50 years. He has scored half a century with many singles, he said, and he's going for the century. So today, we would like to felicitate Bhai Parasji. Let me say Bhai Paras, I know from the information I have, comes from a very devout Arya Samaj family. From the quarantine in Guyana. And his father was a Pandit. And so he has kept the legacy going. He continues to attend Mandir. He's one of the most regular people, devotees at Mandir. Even through the pandemic, when we had few people come into the Mandir, Parasji would come and have his signature seat at the back of the back bench there. I think he's rented out that from the Mandir, that seat. And Parasji is one of many people, not so many, but some people from the Mandir, who is very regular in my our spiritual centers Thursday Sandhya class on Zoom. Paras is usually one of the first to sign in, and he's waiting there to join us in our Zoom class on a Thursday. And his children, Maya and Karuna, they're doing so well in their music and also in their academics. All of this supported by his dear Dharam Patni, Norita ji. So today, as we wish Paras ji belatedly happy birthday, our prayer is that Paras ji will keep in very good health, that his mental faculties will continue to be strong, if not expanding, and that his spiritual discipline and love of Vedic Dharma will bring him great rewards in the form of a very peaceful, loving, and happy life. Parsi, you will go around with the key and come back. Om Indrajiva Surya Jiva Deva Jiva Jivyasam Sarvamayur Jivyasam Swaha. And in this mantra, Parsi is saying on behalf of himself and his family, O sovereign and omnipresent Lord, may my life be long and healthy and fulfilling, and may I attain a full span of life, equipped with all of my physical, mental, and intellectual faculties intact. Om Tachakshur Devahitam Purastat
Purastat Pashyema Sharadah Shatam Jivema Sharadah Shatam Shrinuyama Sharadah Shatam Prabravama Sharadah Shatamadina Syama Sharadah Shatam Bhuyascha Sharadah Shatat Swaha.
O Lord, you are the all-perceiving Lord, and you are the well-wisher of the righteous. O Lord, you are all pure and eternal. May I and my family, and by extension, all of us here, may we enjoy your blessings of sight, of hearing, and of speech for a very long and fulfilling life. And if we continue to live beyond expectations, O Lord, may we continue to enjoy the health and the vigor in all our faculties. Om Medham me Varuno Dadatu Medham Agni Prajapati Medham Indrasya Vayusha Medham Dhata Dadatu Me Swaha. And here Parasi is saying in this prayer, O Lord, you are just, you are merciful, you are compassionate. Grant me intellectual and mental prowess and wisdom through righteous deeds. May you, O effulgent Lord, Lord of all the creatures, grant me the best possible understanding and clarity of mind and intellect. May you, O omnipotent Lord, the all-powerful one, who is the source of vitality and strength, confer on me vigor, vitality, and great energy, and the faculty to discriminate always between what is good and not good, with what is right and not right, and what is fulfilling and not fulfilling. Om. Om. Matridevo Bhava.
Swaha.
Remembering your mother, Parasji, in remembrance of your mother who's passed on, this offering is made in gratitude for all that she did for you and all that you have become. Om Pitridevo Bhava Swaha. Remembering your father, your dad, who also is no more, but the great legacy that he left for you, the great contribution that he made to your life. Om Atithi Devo Bhava Swaha. And for all these roving teachers, saints, gurus, pandits who have contributed to your life, you bow in gratitude. Om Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha. And those of your personal teachers who guided you along the way to become what you are, you bow and we bow in reverence. We'll just join in a Tumhe Janmani chorus and we'll have the malas now.
तुम्हें जन्मदिन की बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन की बधाई हमारी। हजारों बरस की उम्र हो तुम्हारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन की बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन की बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन की बधाई हमारी, बधाई हमारी, बधाई हमारी। बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तू जिए हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Bhai Paras, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Bhai Paras, happy birthday to you.
Children, touch your daddy's feet and take his blessings.
Om Saubhagyamastu, Om Shubham Bhavatu, Om Saubhagyamastu, Om Shubham Bhavatu, Om Saubhagyamastu, Om Shubham Bhavatu, Om Saubhagyamastu, Om Shubham Bhavatu.
So Bhai Parasi made sure to invite his relatives to come and join in his birthday, and we see many of them are here, and we want to say a special welcome to all of you to our spiritual center.
Swishta Kridauti, offering of prasad. Om Yadasya Karmanyotyariryacham यद्वान्यूनमिहाकरम् अग्निस्तत्स्विष्टकृद्विद्यात् सर्वं स्विष्टं सुहोतं करोतु मे अग्नये स्विष्टकृते सहुतहुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्धयित्रे सर्वानः कामान् समर्धय स्वाहा इदमग्नये स्विष्टकृते एतन्नामम प्रजापति आहुति घी only silent mantra Om Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idannamama.
And we have come now to the end of the Havan. May we all stand and we'll do the last three offerings. Purnahuti mantra. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Yajman, with palms facing the sacrificial fire, take the blessings and the vibrations. Om Tanupa Agni Sitanvam Me Pahi. Om Ayurda Agni Syayur Me Dehi. Om Varchoda Agni Si Varcho Me Dehi. Om Agni Yan Me Tanva Unam Tanma Aprina. Om Medha Me Deva Savita Adhatu. Om Medha Me Devi Saraswati Adhatu. Om Medha Me Ashvinau Devavadhattam Pushkarasajau. Om Vakchama Apyayatam. Om Pranashchama Apyayatam. Om Chakshushchama Apyayatam. Om Shrotranchama Apyayatam. Om Yasho Balanchama Apyayatam. We may take our seats. Yajya Prarthana Geet. We'll do a few verses. पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गाए रचाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधाधिक रचाए यज पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो ईदन मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे
प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे, प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। हे ईश सब सुखी हो, कोई न हो दुखारी, सब हो निरोग भगवन, धन धान्य के बंधारी, सब भद्र भाव देके सन्मार्ग के पथिक हो, दुखियान कोई होवे, सृष्टि में प्राणधारी, हे ईश सब सुखी हो।
So, my dear friends, thank you all so much. This is a beautiful session of Gayatree. And now I pass you over to the chairperson for today, Behan Kamla Singh.
Namaste to all of you. Welcome again to our monthly Gayatree Yajana. And it feels normal today, pre-pandemic normal, to see so many beautiful faces with us today. I hope we can have by Paras on a motivation campaign so we can have our man there full again. Thank you, Pandit Ji and Auntie Geeta, for having confidence in me and giving me this opportunity today to host this morning's program. After participating in Sandhya, the powerful Gayatree chantings and special mantra chantings, I'm sure we're all feeling very calm and very blessed and motivated to move on to our next part of the program. This will include bhajan, announcements, and pravachan. At this time, we're going to have a bhajan by Pandit Siramji.
Namaste to everyone. It's a long time. So many things happening. Bhai Paras, badai ho badai. Happy birthday to you. I would sing a bhajan here which tells us we must have devotion to God. Otherwise, we would not have the opportunity again to say thank you for what you have given to us in this world. And time is running out on us. As Panditji was explaining on the internet, the bhajan tells us, Samay bara balwan. आसमान धरती से कहता समय बराबर बलवान. The sky is telling the earth that time is greater than anything else. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasua Yad Bhadram Tanna Aswa Yad Bhadram Tanna Aswa. प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी, प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी, ऐसा समय ना पाओ तू, ऐसा समय ना पाओ जुई. प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी, ऐसा समय ना पाओ तू, ऐसा समय ना पाओ जी. जिसने रचा है ये भूमंडल, उसको घट में बसाओ जी. जिसने रचा है ये भूमंडल, उसको घट में बसाओ जी. चकित हो लकी जिसकी रचना, उसकी के गुण गाओ जी. प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी. जैसी तैसी समाज ही तैसी, सब ही मिलकर आओ जी. देशी तैसी समाज समझ, सब ही मिलकर आओ जी. निश्चल हो अडंबर छोड़ो, सत्य में प्रीति बढ़ाओ जी. प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी. तथा दिन दिन ततैया में, मत शुभ समय गवाओ जी. तथा दिन दिन ततैया में, मत शुभ समय गवाओ जी. सब जग को समदृष्टि से देखो, धर्म से लाभ उठाओ जी, धर्म से लाभ उठाओ जी, प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी। देश भक्ति क्षत्रिय भक्ति की विमल ध्वजा फहराओ जी, देश भक्ति क्षत्रिय भक्ति को विमल ध्वजा फहराओ जी, अमल जीवन अपना बनाओ, तब पाठक सुख पाओ जी, प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी, ऐसा समय ना पाओ तो, ऐसा समय ना पाओ जी, प्रभु से प्रीति लगाओ जी।
I'm sure you will agree with me that we're blessed to have Pandit with us this morning and with such strong, beautiful notes coming from him. Thank you, Pandit. And now we're going to have announcements.
Namaste all. We'd like to begin by reminding you of our weekly Sandhya and meditation sessions. These are led by Pandit Deepak Raman.
As our announcements come up this morning, namaste everyone. As the rest of our announcements come up this morning, I'm going to announce several upcoming events that we have and that we would like you to save the date for. The first event is our 3-day Holy Yajna, and that will take place on, it will commence on Holy Day, which is Friday, March 18th. And that session will be led here at the Arya Spiritual Center by Pandit Barrett. Then on Saturday, March 19th, we'll have our second segment, and that segment will be done by Pandit Ravidin Ramsamuj. And then on Sunday, March 20th, Pandit Deepak will conclude the 3-day Holy Yajna celebration. So that event is our 3-day Holy Yajna, and that will be from March 18th to Sunday, March 20th. In addition, please save the date for our Phagwa parade, and that will be a cultural program hosted by the Phagwa Parade Committee on March 27th, and the assembly will take place at Lefferts and Liberty Avenue at 12 p.m. So the cultural program held by the Phagwa Parade Committee will take place on March 27th, and assembly will be at 12 p.m. at Lefferts and Liberty Avenue. Finally, please save the date for our Arya Samaj Foundation Day celebration. This year, we'll be hosting it at the Arya Spiritual Center grounds, and this will be a multi-kun celebration. It will be held on Sunday, April 10th. For more information, you can contact Paisagar, but more information on this event will be coming out shortly with a flyer. For that event, of course, bring your family and your friends and a Havan kun. So that will be our multi-kun celebration on Sunday, April 10th at the Arya Spiritual Center grounds. And now we'll have our other announcements for this week.
Namaste all. We'd like to begin by reminding you of our weekly Sandhya and meditation sessions. These are led by Pandit Deepak Raman every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. via Zoom. If you'd like to participate in these sessions, please reach out to Pandit Deepak for the Zoom link. Next, we'd like to inform you about our Mahela group. The theme of our Mahila group is Women Empowering Women. In addition to coordinating the Mendap setup, the group meets monthly for meetings and discussions on a variety of topics. If you would like to get involved, you can contact Pandit Nirvani, who is the lead liaison for this program. We would also like to remind you of our monthly youth forums. These are currently being held in person. You can contact Bahin Diana for information about these sessions. If you would like to make a donation and you cannot do so in person, we're providing a QR code. You can scan the code on your screen. Namaste all. We'd like to begin by reminding you of our weekly Sandhya and meditation sessions. These are led by Pandit Deepak Raman every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. via Zoom. If you'd like to participate in these sessions, please reach out to Pandit Deepak for the Zoom link. Next, we'd like to inform you about our Mahila group. The theme of our Mahila group is Women Empowering Women. In addition to coordinating the Mendap setup, the group meets monthly for meetings and discussions on a variety of topics. If you would like to get involved, you can contact Pandit Nirvani, who is the lead liaison for this program. We would also like to remind you of our monthly youth forums. These are currently being held in person. You can contact Bahin Diana for information about these sessions.
Okay, those were our announcements. And now we're going to have the pravachan, which will be done by no other than our learned Panditji, Pandit Deepak Raman.
Om Yang Medham Devagana Pitaraschopasate Tayama Madhyame Dhayagne Medha Vinam Kuru Om. Respected Pandit Siramji, Chairman of Trustees, Bhai Sagarji, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, let me once again say a very special welcome to all of you, especially to Bhai Paras's relatives. If anyone is coming here for the first time, you're so welcome. But we want to generally welcome all of you to Mandir this morning. And a very special congratulations again, belatedly, to Bhai Parasji. Friends, this morning, as you sit here, we are all travelers on the journey of life. We are fellow travelers. When our parents came from India to the West Indies, Guyana, Suriname, and Trinidad, they used to call each other Jahaji Bhai. Jahaji Bhai. How many of you heard that term before? Yes. Jahaji Bhai means brother from the ship, Jahaj, from the ship. That on the ship, these travelers came coming from diverse places in India, not knowing each other most times, developed their friendship and their relationship with each other on the boat, on the ship coming to Trinidad. We are in this big ship of the universe. And we are also Jahaji Bhai, traveling together on the journey of life. This morning, I would like to focus a little bit on the idea of what makes us human. What really makes us human? There's an old Sanskrit verse from the Sanskrit legacy which says, Ahara nidra bhayamaithunam cha. Ahara nidra bhayamaithunam cha. Samanyanetat pashubhi naranam. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesha. Dharme nahina pashubhi narana. Dharme nahina pashubhi narana. And it says, in essence, what distinguishes man from the animal kingdom? And the verse says, it is one single thing that makes us different, and that is our awareness of dharma, our awareness of our true nature. Dharma means the very nature of something. And our awareness of that nature, that true nature, is called dharma. And that is the distinguishing aspect of humankind and the animal kingdom. I was just browsing through, doing some research, and I came across a very beautiful short piece. It is entitled The 10 Rules for Being a Human Being. The 10 Rules for Being a Human Being. It was, the author of this is Dr. Sherry Carter Scott. She's a professor attached to some universities. And she wrote a book. The name of the book is If Life is a Game. If Life is a Game, then let me get the name of the book clearly. If life is a game, these are the rules. If life is a game, these are the rules. And when I looked at what this lady wrote, every one of the 10 rules come from our tradition. Our meaning, the old yogic, Vedic, Sanatana Dharma tradition. She's an American, of course. But let me share these with you this morning. The 10 rules for being human. Rule number one, you will receive a body. That is your equipment for life. That is your vehicle on the journey. That's your instrument for living. You will receive a body. And Mahatma Tulsidas says in the Ramayana, Bare bhag manushe tanu pava. Mahatma Tulsidas says the same thing. You will receive a body, but it is priceless. It does not, you cannot estimate or assess the value of your body. You cannot. Are you willing to give one of your hands for $1 million? Are you willing to donate one of your eyes or have one of your eyes removed and you will get $500,000? Are you willing to do that? So then what's the price of this body? What price tag will you put on your body? It's a good question. It is priceless. This is why we pay so much of money to prolong life. Medicine, instruments in the hospital. Some people are hooked up there at the very end, and yet, due to our love, we hold them there, hooked up on machines. The body is so priceless. So the first lesson in life is that you will receive this priceless body. Now, when you have something valuable like that, look how you take care of your house. Look how you take care of your car. Look how you take care of your whatever priceless you consider. Do you take the same care of this body, this priceless body? First lesson, this lady says, you will receive a body. Take care of it. It's you, it's yours. Second lesson, you will be presented with lessons. While you are in this body, you will be presented with lessons because the world is one big university, bigger than Princeton and bigger than, it encompasses the whole world. It's the biggest university. When you get your birth certificate, that's your acceptance letter. Accepted. When you get your birth certificate, you're accepted, and you don't have a choice. That's the interesting thing about this university. You can't say, I don't want entry into this university. It's compulsory. It's compulsory. So we enter this university of life. There are lessons. Lessons every day, every moment. This is not like an 8-hour school. This is not like an online class. This is an every moment class. Even when you're sleeping, you're getting lessons. Lessons coming in your dreams. This is what we call a full-time course. Sometimes we say a full-time course is when you are in school for 6 or 8 hours for the day. This is a full-time course. You are in school for 24 hours a day. This is full-time. Lessons are coming to you from left, right, and center, and the middle as well. There are no mistakes. In this life, there are no mistakes. There are only lessons. Nice thought. Beautiful. This is in line with our philosophy. In Sanatana Dharma, we don't have anything like original sin. Even sin is a concept which is alien to Sanatana Dharma. The Western concept of sin, you do something really bad. In Sanatana Dharma, in our tradition, there's a spectrum of action from the sattvic to the tamasic. There is a spectrum. It moves gradually to the best, the purest. The purest actions are called sattvic, and then it get a little purer, a little less pure, and goes down to tamasic, which is action stemming from ill-informed intellect. Ill-informed, misinformed intellect will create actions of that type, tamasic, which result in sloth, lethargy, dormancy, stagnancy. Those kinds of actions are called tamasic. There are no failures in life. Nobody's a failure. There are no mistakes. It was only a lesson. And if we look at what we call failures as a lesson, then it becomes a beautiful lesson. It becomes a springboard for further growth. Look at what you call a mistake or what I call a mistake in our lives. Go back and think and see how much you have learned and grown because that happened. Therefore, it was a lesson. It was a learning experience. Now, I want you to listen because I'm going to give you a little test at the end of this pravachan. That was number 2. Sorry. Number 1 is you have a body. Number 2 is you will present lessons. Number 3 is there are no mistakes, only lessons. Number 4 is a lesson is repeated until it's learned. There's no automatic promotion here now. You have to learn your lesson. Otherwise, you're not going to get promoted. This is called punarjanma. You will be reborn if you didn't learn your lesson in this life. You're going to come back again and again. This is what happens. The yoga teaching is, if you don't learn your lesson in this life well, if you don't reach the pinnacle of your potential, you're going to just come back because you didn't learn your lesson. Therefore, learn the lessons that come to you and I. Accept them, whatever they are, in whatever form the lessons come, accept them and say, what do I have to learn here? Might be the worst situation you're facing, might be trauma, might be grief, might be loss. What do I have to learn here? What is the lesson the universe is teaching me here? What lesson Paramatma has sent for me here? And when we take that approach, we not only save ourselves from grief and sorrow and worry, our thinking is transformed. This is only a lesson. I will take the lesson. I will learn it and move on. So, a lesson is repeated until it's learned. That's number 4. Number 5, learning does not end. There is no graduation in this school of life. The graduation happens only when, the graduation is when you reach the point of having learned all your lessons, and when learning itself, a lesson itself has become the lesson. So in this university of life, you are a lifelong learner until your last breath. Until your last breath, you are a lifelong learner. The learning must continue. It never stops because there's no end to the learning. When the learning reaches a point where you don't need to learn anything else, where you know everything, where you have practiced everything, when you have reached the highest pinnacle of your potential, that is what we call, help me with that word here, that's what we call, when you reach the pinnacle of your potential, that's what we call the M word, moksha. Freedom. Then you have freedom from the school. Then we get freedom. But while we're in school, the lessons continue. What number is that? I just did. The learning does not end. That was number 5. Number 6. There is there, in inverted commas, there, wherever you consider there, is no better than here. You know, some people say, well, there's a place which is so lovely, which is so charming, which is so majestic. I would like to go there. Whether it is in this, earthly plane or it's in another existence. People say, I would like to go there. Because over there, life is so and so. Those are greener pastures. This lady is saying, let me quote her right again. There is no better than here. In other words, we have to make here, meaning this existence, the best. This has to become our bliss. This has to become our best experience, our most blissful experience. This. And when this becomes so blissful, when this becomes so fulfilling, when this becomes so happy, then we stop looking for a there. We'll stop thinking about there's another place I want to go there. This becomes what you're really happy with, comfortable with. This is fulfilling right here. What lesson is that again? Help me. What number? 6. Seven. And this is a profound, I want you to listen to this very carefully. Profound. Others are only mirrors of ourselves. Other people are only a mirror. What a mirror does, when you stand in front of a mirror, what it does? It shows you, you. If another person is a mirror, it means that person is showing you, you. So when you look at a person, you say, oh, I don't like him. Oh, he's so dishonest. Oh, he's so cruel. Oh, he's so unkind. What's happening there? You're only seeing something of yourself. If you do not have dishonesty within you, you would not be able to identify dishonesty in the next person. In other words, you must have an understanding and an experience with dishonesty to know what dishonesty is, to be able to identify it in another person. So when we say another person is dishonest, we have to look inwards and see where the dishonesty is. This is what the lady is saying, not me. This is what the Veda is saying. Look at this. In the Ish Upanishad, the very same idea is Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevana pashyati. He who sees others as himself and himself as others. He really sees. So when we can look at another person and we see, and that person may have all sorts of negative qualities, but you see something good. You see something good, then it means you are seeing what you have in you. This is a very profound concept, the concept of mirroring. And it's a very wonderful tool for growth. You can measure yourself as you grow now. What am I seeing in other people? Am I still seeing all the negative things that I used to see? Or am I seeing the best in them? And that is growth. When we begin to see the best in others, that is growth. It means we are emphasizing within on the best in us. So you see, I've gone high tech now, so it's a little challenging, right? What lesson was that? Others are only mirrors of ourselves. 7. Number 8. What you make of your life is up to you. Do you know what this is focusing on? This is focusing on the B word. We tend to do it all the time. What's that? The B word, it starts with a B. BL. BLA. Blame. How many of us sit down in a corner and say, he who caused that? Is she who caused that? Them is the cause. The other driver is the cause. And we wrap ourselves in a thick blanket of blame. And we restrict ourselves, we constrict ourselves, and we stay there and do not grow. And we marinate in our own negative thoughts. Have you done that? I have done it before. When I get in a situation I don't like, I quickly look for somebody to blame, thinking that that will help me out of the situation. I throw responsibility on that person. I shift responsibility on that person. But that doesn't help. It means you are shirking your own responsibility for your growth, for your happiness, for your fulfillment, and for mine. The lady is saying here, what you make of your life is up to you. What number we should go now? Number 9. And this is very beautiful too. Your answers lie inside of you. When you want answers to a problem, who do you go to? You might go to a friend. You might go to the doctor for help. We go to the doctor to find out the answer. Go to the counselor. Go to the Pandit. And we look all around. All around we are looking for the answer. Look on the internet, like me. We're looking for the answers all outside. This lady is saying, and our Dharma is saying, the answers lie within. And not the answer to only a specific type of problem, all answers. The first point of solution, the first point of solving anything is to go inside, according to the lady. Our Dharma says the same thing. Seek God within. If God is going to give us the answer, where do we have to seek? Where is God? Antarayami, inside. Inside. So go inside, do Sandhya, do meditation, do Havan, go inside, and you will access, you will get many, many answers. There are times you will have to go to the doctor, of course. There are times you'll have to go to your counselor. But the more you can become self-reliant, then you will find your own answers. And you will find authentic answers. The doctor may or may not know the cause of your illness, may or may not. That's why you have to do so many tests. He can't look at you and tell you how ill you are. He doesn't know. Do an X-ray, do an ultrasound, do a blood test. He doesn't know. You can know better, but it takes a practice of going inside, accessing your own wisdom, accessing our own wisdom, and understanding it. That was number 9. What do you think is number 10? Anybody make a guess? It's very hilarious. What is number 10? Make a wild guess. You're on track, Vinod. You're on track. The lady says, by the time I finish saying all of this, you forget all of what I said. By the time you walk out here, you forget all of what I said. She's saying that. But this is how we, sometimes we pay attention, but we don't pay mind. She is saying, you will forget all of this very soon. So there are actually how many lessons there? There are 9, but number 10 is the most important. This is of no use. 9 lessons is of no use if you forget it. It's of no use to you. So number 10 may be the most important one. Remember Om Krato Smara. Remember Om. Have a remembering attitude of the important things of life. And so remember the lessons. Friends, this is the 10 lessons for being human. Now, let us do a little test. See how many of you remember these lessons. You have paper to write? Well, I hope you took it down on your mental hard drive. And if you take one of these, it can completely, if you take one and work with it, you will realize you can completely transform your life. Transform from what you call a difficult situation, transcend that, and make your life more happy, fulfilling, peaceful, etc. This is what I would like to leave you today with. Thank you so much for listening. God bless each and every one of you. I will now call Parasji to say a few words on his birthday and to tell us how he plans to make that century that he promised to make us just now. I hope there's a lot of 6s and 4s in that century.
Namaste. Thank you all for coming here this morning. Happy to see you all. I'm not going to elaborate on century because I'm not going to know when that's going to come. I'm thankful that I got a half century with a few singles, a few squeak by the wicketkeeper or so, but no balls or such. No further ado, we have lots of food downstairs. Let's have the Bhojan mantra. Thank you.
Like Paras, forget we had to do RT Bhajan. You want to go and eat quick. Thank you, Bhai Paras, and thank you. We know Bhai Paras and his family and his relatives, they prepared lunch for us. And this is the first time, Bhai Sagar, first time since the pandemic, we're going to use the kitchen or the camp. Okay. But for a very long time, we didn't use the dining area, and today is a special day because Paras' birthday, we're going to use downstairs today. May we stand for Arti Bhajan? Let me say a very special thank you to all our musicians by Neeraj is doubling up as musician and assisting with the chanting, by Sohan, our secretary, is also always a fixture in Gayatree. All the others, Behin Darshini and Behin Geeta, and all the others who come out regularly and assist. Thank you so much. Pandit Sri Ramji, it's good, very nice to see you. joining it with us once again. Om Jai
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विन से मन का स्वामी दुख विन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो किसकी स्वामी शरण गहो किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आस करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
Just before the Shanti part, I want to say a special thank you to Bhai Stefan, who has kept up with the live streaming and the technical aspect of today's program, together with Bhai Neeraj. Thank you so much, and thanks to Bhain Kamla for hosting today. Shanti part.
अथ शांति पातः
Dyo ShantirantarikshamShanti पृथ्वी शांति राप शांति रोषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांतिर्विश्वदेवाः शांति
ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 प्रेम से बोलो ओंकार भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो जगत गुरु महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय भोजन मंत्र ओम अनपते अन्नस्य नो देहि यनमिवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारिष ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
And to all our viewers on the Facebook and YouTube live stream, thank you so much for being with us this morning. And join us again next week at the same time for another program. Namaste and have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.